It's week 3 of Ohio football 2013. On Monday night, we had the Frank Solich show at Donato's. Time to slice it up. Hi, everybody. I'm Russ Eisenstein, the voice of the Ohio Bobcats. After Ohio's 27-21 win over North Texas on Saturday, it's on to the battle for the bell. It's Ohio and Marshall coming up Saturday night at Peden Stadium. Monday night at Donato's on East State Street in Athens, we visited with the ninth-year head coach of the Bobcats, plus Ohio's head soccer coach, Aaron Rodgers. The Cats have won 3 in a row. And per usual, we sliced up the show. Here's the Solich show slice from Monday night. We talked about it in postgame, but you've had a chance to take a look at the tape. Your impressions on what you saw?
Well, I was really pleased with our guys and how they came back. Obviously the first week was really disappointing for everybody, and we didn't want to leave that taste in our mouth for very long. And so they came back to practice and practiced really well this past week. And so I had a good feeling going into the game in terms of, how they were going to play and execute and the efforts that they were going to give. But I did know also that North Texas is a very good football team, very physical. I know Dan McCarney very well, and he had them coached up, and they're going to make some noise in their conference, and so we were pleased with the victory.
I'm imagining a conversation between you and Tom Osbornes at some point, and obviously this is a conversation that might or might not have happened, where you suggested to him, Coach, we're going to go deep on play one. His head probably would have spun.
Yeah, a little bit. But he always loved the passing game. We were a heavy run team, but he loved the passing game, and we really had a pretty complete passing attack. We just utilized it actually when we needed to, and if you get the running game going with an option, and he used to call an option a pass play because the ball would be in the air for a while.
Yeah, that's right.
So he counted that statistically as a pass play, where most coaches won't do that.
What's been working for you over the last 3 matches?
Well, I think the first few games that we obviously didn't get a victory, but we were playing well. And, I kept stressing to the girls to have that cutting edge in front of the goal. And we had chances in those games. We just didn't finish them. And in the last 3, we really found our edge in front of the goal, and we started scoring. And I don't really think we played particularly well in the last 3 games. But at the end of the day, you score goals, you win. And we scored goals. And so we're happy about that.
One other thing, too, you're on Twitter yourself. And one tweet that you sent out, I just happened to see this. You said it's great that the school support that we have here, and so many students at Ohio wear their Bobcat stuff. Yeah. But you called out the maybe 5% of the student population that might wear stuff from other schools. You're all Bobcat now, and you want everybody on campus to be that way too.
Yeah, thanks. I think for me, my personality is I'm all in. Wherever I am, I'm all in. I've committed. I didn't have to come here. I mean, they were gracious enough to offer me this opportunity, but I chose to come here as well. And so I'm an Ohio Bobcat now, and when I walk around campus, I want everybody else to be all in. And actually today, I saw somebody with an Ohio State T-shirt on, and I said, "You're on the wrong campus.
Nice.
You need to go 86 miles up the road and go to that campus, because on campus, wear Ohio stuff, or don't wear nondescript stuff. At your house or at your home or whatever, wear whatever you want. But you're here in Athens and you're on campus. You need to represent and support us."
Frank Solich, what do you see from the Herd?
Well, they are very good. They've got a lot of balance in their football team this year, and a lot of experience coming back in the offensive line. Only one offensive lineman that's new, and so that always gets you off to a great start when you talk about offensive football. And then our quarterback returning now, he's only a junior, but we 3-year starter for him, and really a very talented quarterback, and throw the ball extremely well. It's over 60% in his percentage. Runs the ball when called for, and is able to make plays that way. He's got a group of receivers that got good speed, talented. Their running backs aren't very big. They're smaller type guys, but very tough, physical guys for their size, and got great speed and can go the distance. And so they got an excellent combination on offense. Defense, again, very talented as far as speed and size goes. And then all that kind of brings together good special teams when you have those kind of guys on offense and defense. So they're a complete football team.
Biggest key in your mind for a win of the Herd coming up on Saturday night?
Well, it's to slow them down somewhat offensively, obviously, and make sure that you don't give them extra possessions. You know, you cannot turn the ball over. We've got to win the turnover battle. We need to win the sack battle, you know, and find a way to get to them, some, and then eliminate big plays on their part, and then get a few on our own. It's not asking for much, right?
Yeah, not asking for much. It should be a good ball game, though. These are the type of ball games that light fan bases up. It's a good game to play, and two good teams going to battle. I know we break it down because it's your livelihood. It's what we do, too, but this should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really should be a really entertaining game for the fans, you know. And so, if you look at the history of the teams, we've played them 4 times now since our staff has been here, and it's a 2-2 series. They won the first 2. One was a bowl game, then a regular season game, and we won the last 2. So they've been generally hard-fought contests.
So there you go, the third installment of the Solich Show Slice. We're on the air on Saturday night, network-wide, and that includes down in Huntington, West Virginia, the home of the Herd. We're on the air at 7 o'clock until 8, and then it's kickoff time as Ohio takes on Marshall Saturday night at Peden Stadium. For Tony Ermain and Tanner Smith, I'm Russ Eisenstein. This is Bobcat TV.